Welcome back, everyone, to Web Gaming Entertainment. My name is Walter, with you for another update, a Monday monthly update. It's a video update I have for you, and what I wanted to do is just show some things off real quick. I wanted to make sure that I give you everything that we've been working on well, not everything, but a lot that we've been working on up until this point. And I will start off by saying I am quite under the weather, so do bear with me in this video as I try to not sound too muffled, try to over pronounce everything so that I don't sound too muffled. But yes, definitely recovering from still recovering from a pretty bad cold. So here we go. So what I want to show you today is pretty much the rest of the process for the product creation, getting it all the way to market, and starting to get some sales. And one thing I really want to showcase is how, starting off the game, you're gonna have to really think or really approach things differently than your traditional games like this. So, and I had to say approach it differently, more so because the game is really designed to be very detailed in the sense that it's not going to be quick success or fast success when it comes to the product, so, or your company in and of itself. So I just want to touch on some of those things as we go forward. So let's start by hiring some people. Let's get right to it. I'm not going to fill up the entire office. I am going to just grab enough to get the job done. And so let's start with marketing. Oops. Still some bugs, of course, present that I have yet to tackle. We'll get around to that. I'm gonna grab I'm gonna grab him and put him on the other side. Let's make him a manager. All right, and let's grab product marketing specialist, and let's grab it's not two of the same. Let's grab him. All right, let's come out and let's grab two hardware individuals, or hardware engineers individuals. Let's see. Okay, and I changed the HUD in some different ways. As I said, it's just an ongoing process of improving the HUD, making it much more easy to read and understand and follow. Because with these sorts of things, it's easy to get carried away. And so what I'm trying to do is make sure I focus heavily on that as well. So, all right. So I think we have, for the sake of this example, we have enough. Let's go ahead and place them in their seats. Let's go. I have him as my supervisor. Let's see. I wonder what. Oh, I think I know what that was. Okay. So yeah, saw that error there. Running the development build of the game, so it will let me know when there's some bugs present. So, and apparently this bug is definitely present. I think I know exactly which bug that is. It's not going to hinder our progress though. So there we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and place the guy here. Okay, and let's get rid of that. All right. Now this HUD is going to go through some more, or the interface for the desk here is going to go through some more iterations because there's still some things that's not quite complete just yet, or efficient just yet. So let's go ahead and well, I will be going back and just touching up on some of those things. So don't forget that things are not final just yet. All right, so we have our individuals or our employees in place. Now it's time to start the process of creating the product, and let's go right through it. Not there. The order of these are going to change as well, so don't start planning just yet your approach to plan this as some things that's going to change. So let's call this, as I often do, Fire X. Alright, so we have the one. I think we can select multi-core. I have to actually put that option there, back there. But we will be going to about 2 megacycles. Why not? It's not researched just yet. I think we can max out at, well, I'm just gonna go to 33 for now, but let's And like I said, I did change up the HUD a little bit, so you can see this is a little different. Still going through more iterations, so not entirely final just yet. But we're going to assign our employees. Now, that's one thing I did do. I separated the two processes, so that is a little easier to follow, so that you're not bogged down with information right from the, right at any one particular screen. So let's go ahead and add Ted there, and then bring Terry in. Now, for the sake of the example, I'm going to make this a shorter process, so the quality of the product is not going to be the best. But the good thing about this test is that the AI, they don't have any products in the market right now, so for the sake of this test, we don't have to really worry about competition. Okay, so there we go. Products on the right, and we can see it progress. Now, I am going to actually skip past some of this, so let's first take a look at the product. So some of the information, like I showed you this before, I do remember that in the last video. I showed you some of this before. Some of this is going to be a little more streamlined too, because there's some bits of information here that is left out, and there's some that's here that you may not necessarily need to see, but that goes across the board. But let's take a look here, because while your product is developing, which is one point I want to get to, by the way, while your product is developing, you'll be able to start marketing campaigns. However, when it comes to manufacturing, you will not be able to start those until your product is ready to be, mass produced. So it makes logical sense that you can't do this just yet. So let's leave that out. But we are going to start one of these, and this is the new map screen. Pretty much debuted in one of the recent Monday updates. But the map here shows the different locations that we can actually market to. Now, there's different marketing strategies like local, regional. If you do a regional, it will select all of the cities, or you'll be marketing to all the cities within that region. So all these appear, most likely, yeah, I'm sure. Actually, all these appear you'll be marketing to if you choose a regional campaign. However, you do local, then and let me just add one thing before I continue there. You can have multiple marketing campaigns per product, so you don't have to worry about being stuck to just one at a time. So let's see, we'll choose Seattle. Do a local campaign in Seattle, radio ads and publications, so like your magazines and things like that. Let's go for 4 months, and let's choose. He's our leader, or the campaign manager, so we're gonna actually let him run things there. So yeah, and some of these have to change too, the information there. Don't worry, I still have yet to update this part, so that will happen. So we're gonna go ahead and start that campaign. As you can see, it populates right here, and the progress of the campaign we'll see as in real time. So it's a 16-week campaign. The progress bar will reflect where we are in the space as far as time goes. That will show you. It will show right here as we continue to go. It should actually update. But your campaign cost, that's the total cost. Then your campaign hype, that will update. Then your campaign reach. So let me just make sure that should be going there. Okay. Wonder why that's not going. Try something different here. Let's do one in New York. Okay. Just want to see exactly. Right now you can see the cost is quite different. Different cities. But I'm wondering why the progress of it is not happening right now. Let's see if I got that right. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I don't know. I guess I should give it a week, right? I guess I was a little impatient there. Right. Okay. So every week it progresses, and you'll see that in real time on this screen as you click between the campaigns that you have. And the campaign hype which is it's just feedback for you to know exactly how much traction you're getting in that location. Then your campaign reach, and all this is estimated, by the way, except for the cost. We know what the cost is going to be, but the hype and the campaign reach, that's all estimated. So what you'll see with that is, right, as New York is a bigger city, it seems, than Seattle. In this game, it's not gonna be exact, by the way, so some things might be exaggerated. Just be aware of that. But there you have it. This shows you as it upgrades how many people that you've reached with the campaign. What that means is how many people have heard about the product as a result of your marketing campaign. Not the people who are going to buy it, just the people who have heard about it. And it's an estimated number, so just want you to know that. So we're going to actually skip to the end of the production phase, and when we get done with that part, we'll return and continue on. Okay, so as we near the end of the process of creating the product, we can see that our marketing campaigns are all but finished. So we have places to actually ship the product. Now, we're going to wait for this to absolutely be complete before we continue on. But I did want to talk a little bit about this part because as you can see, I have a lot of money in this particular playthrough, but you won't start off with that much. So, of course, there's different ways to earn cash in the beginning of the game, and so that way you don't have to jump right in trying to make a product and handle the expenses. Because as you'll see in a moment, when we try to mass produce the product, it can get very expensive. So you have to really plan for that, and in many ways sort of take a step-by-step approach to it, because you don't want to well, you won't be able to spend what you don't have. So once this is done, we'll be able to do that. And when this is done, one part of the process that you won't see is that you'll be able to determine when you want to release your product. So you won't have to really worry so much about once this part is done right here, okay, now the product is live. Well, if you don't want it to be, it doesn't have to be. So there will be pretty much a toggle to determine if it's released to the market or not. Okay, and we're almost there. 1 week left, so we're flying here. Sunday, I think that will all but do it. There we go. All right, so the product is officially released for the sake of the test. So let's go ahead and take a look again. And let's go ahead and slow time down just a little bit. And let's jump. Okay, right. So we've finished all our marketing campaigns. Now we can officially create one of these, which is a manufacturing campaign, if you will. And I know you don't see anything telling you what this window is for. That will change. A lot of this is still, of course, in development. So let's go ahead and, as you can see, this window to the right is a little tricky too. So just bear with me. So now how it works is this. On this screen, as you can see, we only show New York and Seattle. These are the only two places that know of the product. So this is I hate to call it a handicap, but in many ways it is a handicap to let you know, okay, we won't let you ship to any place that isn't aware. However, that may change. I might change that, but as it is right now, you can only ship to places that you've marketed to. If you haven't marketed to a place, then, what's the point of shipping there? But who knows? I want to also keep the freedom with the players. So at the end of the day, for this particular example, we're going to just go with the flow. So we have Seattle and we have New York. And as you can see, a lot of this will change too. But as you can see, in the left-hand side is the overall details, as you can see, and then the location details. When we click on either of these buttons, the information over here changes. So potential customers that's pretty much the full population of that city, I believe. New York, that's the full population of that city, which is partly why with our marketing campaigns we reached more with that, because in bigger cities, the impact of your outlets tends to be a little bit more wider spread, because in this game is assumed to a degree that when you create a campaign with the outlets, whether it be the radio stations, whether it be the television stations or social media, whatever, those outlets are pretty well known. So, and then that will be reflected in the cost as well. As you saw, the campaign cost was pretty high for New York versus Seattle. So let's go ahead and give a price to this. We can also give a price to this in the product window, which we were just looking at. But we're gonna go ahead and give a price of let's see, materials cost per unit is $59.82 or 59, whatever the currency is. As you can see, I'm gonna use this currency sign, which is my universal currency sign. We're gonna get rid of those dollar signs so that you can, the game can be more all encompassing, if you will. So right now, the cost is $59.82 per unit, and the service cost for shipping 500 units is $2,096. We're going to increase that. We're going to ship a total of, let's go with 10,000 units. So our total cost is $41,922. Of course, the cost per unit is still $59.82. So the total cost for us to mass produce this is $640,169. So it can get very costly. However, we do need to choose how much we want to charge. I'm going to go with $150. So our max profit potential is $1,500,000, and that's based off if we sell all of this at this price, of course. So as you can see, I chose how many units we want to ship, and again, I plan to make this screen a whole lot more, just like I did with the other screens, make it flow possibly a little bit better, and help you understand it once you come to it instead of having to dissect everything. So without wasting more time, let's go ahead and click Seattle and choose to send them. And the cost for shipping, this, chances are this will change clearly, because it's not going to cost 8 cents to ship this. Typically, the cost for shipping is relative to your location to where you're sending it to. So for this game, I think we're based in Washington, so the cost should be more to send it there as it is than it is to send it to New York. But obviously the pardon me, obviously the my algorithm there is really inexpensive, so we have to change that. The cost is going to be much higher than that. But we're going to actually send about 5,000, or let's go with 6,000 to New York City. We're going to send the rest, or the remaining 4,000 to Seattle. And there will be something here showing you how many you have left versus how many you've already allocated to other locations. And this information will update as well. Right now it's not showing anything. That will change. So we've chosen our actual manufacturer. Now what we want to look at is, well, a lot of this information will change too. But you want to look at or pay attention to the manufacturer's reputation, which may be reflected in a different way. Because in essence, what I'm trying to show you is the quality of service that you're going to get with this, or with whatever particular manufacturer you choose. So we're choosing, let's just go with something not very expensive. Let's go with Central Silo. Alright, and from there we're all set. All you have to do now is hit start campaign, and what's going to happen is they can only ship per week however many units that you see here for the companies. So another reason why I'm going with Central Silo. We can get all of our product out in 1 week. Now, there will be a period. Normally when you hit start, there will be like a 2-week period before that happens, because you have to get the product shipped to them. Then they can ship it out. So that algorithm has yet to go in. We're going to get that in though. So let's go ahead and hit start campaign. Now you won't be able to see it here because I don't have it yet programmed in, but we can click it, but it's not going to give us information related to that particular outsource manufacturer. Now, one more piece before I continue on to sales, which we can actually see right here. Oops, didn't want to get rid of those walls. Alright, there we go. That's going to reflect the sales that we have. As time goes on, we'll see that reflect however many sales we get for the week. So, but back to this, there will be an option, like I said before, where you can actually purchase or lease your own manufacturing location, and then for that, this whole process will be slightly different. So we're not going to show that today, but that will definitely be something you can do. But for the beginning of the game, you might have to rely on outsourcing unless you find a way to make enough money to support leasing and manning your own warehouse. So that's pretty much that, folks. Let's go ahead and close this out. Another good thing is when you click that, it will bring up the product that this is alluding to. So it is a button as well, but it will show you this way. You can see it as you play, like which products are doing, how well each product you have released is doing. So all of those will show here, which is pretty cool. But let's go ahead and run full speed. There will be more windows so you can see certain things as well. Actually, I didn't even have to go in there. Let's go ahead and click this again, and you'll see the sales year to date reflected here too. But that's what this is going to show, the year to date. However, I will change that to show just weekly, like this current week, what the sales are for that particular product. So there's still a lot more to do, as you can see, but we're moving forward. And it's so interesting because this video, I can't even really show you everything that was put in this month because a lot of it was all programming, all, you know, behind the scenes things, but there has been a lot of stuff that has gone into the game this month, and it's only going to continue to increase next month. And we'll get, actually, I can take a moment just to explain that to you as well. Next month we're diving into pretty much full-blown AI. We're absolutely trying to make sure that everything is perfect there. So the AI, as far as your competition, that's the focus all of next month. Also, part of the focus, which I sort of alluded to in the last update this past Monday, is the rest of the windows as you start the game, setting up your company, setting up your character, and things like that. So that's all coming this coming month, and so the next update will just pretty much talk a little bit more about that. But this particular update, that's what we have for you. So there we have it, folks. These should start to show. If it doesn't start to show, then you just know that it is in, and we're working on that part to fine-tune some things. There's some bug testing that I have to do for this entire process as well, so there's still some bugs present that is, you know, preventing everything from operating as smooth as I would like. But as you can see, the entire process is in. Now it's just about fine-tuning and making things as perfect as possible. I do want to apologize again, folks, for my voice. I am definitely under the weather today, and I have been for the past week. So, again, I apologize for how I sound today. But either way, thanks for watching the video, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. And there's many more things to come. We are shooting for that window, release window between June and I think I said October. So June or August, I think June through August is my window, or October, one of the two. I will make sure. But either way, that's where we're targeting, guys, for the release of the game. Of course, a lot to do between now and then. However, at the end of next month, I would have a much clearer idea of when we can expect to release. So guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys following the production and the development of this game. I appreciate all the nice comments, or comments period. Everything that you guys have said and done is pretty awesome. I appreciate it. Look forward to more. I'll see you guys in the next video.